Hey everybody, it's Jeff. I hope you're all doing really well today. This will be part 22 already of the Thunder Model Scammell transporter in 1/35 scale. There's some parts that go on the fifth wheel. Uh, they're supposed to be big springs and stuff, I guess, for absorbing, the shock or whatever when the load moves. But um, 5 or 6 pieces of photo etch and I think 4 pieces of plastic. But I wanted to get that done today. So I actually kind of did a little bit of it off camera because it's so tiny and so fiddly that I wanted to make sure I kind of had everything figured out before I turned the camera on. I'm glad I did too. Alrighty, guys, let's go down the bench. Be right back. Thanks. Um, we'll try this on camera. I'm not sure how it's going to work out. This is what I'm working on today. I put one side on already just to kind of more or less perfect the technique, I guess you'd say. Let me go to the instructions and show you kind of what they should look like. Okay, we've got 2 plastic parts, H19 and H13, and then we've got 4 PE parts, PE7 2 times, and then there's a PEH and a PES. There's actually 4 different little sheets of photo etch on here, and these are copper. Um, and PEH and PES are completely different, so you got to make sure you don't mix them up. The PE7s are identical. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the parts, and I'll show you what I'm going to try and do. Let's see here. The best way to do this might be okay. I'll try this. Okay, here's the 2 springs. There is one of, I think, let's see, I can tell them apart if I look at them. This is PEH because it's longer. This is PES, and then these are the 2 PE7s, okay? Let's see, on here, this is the PEH and PES here. Now the PE7s are, well, even on those, if you look, there's a couple of grooves right here. If you can see them even, I don't know. Yeah, just barely. Right here. And that's where those go. And then farther back, where the PE7s go, there's a couple of lines. Not sure the best way to show you. There you go. You can kind of see them there now. Okay, that's where those go. So what I've got to do is what I did anyway, is I put the PES on first. Let's get rid of some of these for a minute. I'm not sure I can even do this on camera. I'll do my best. Okay, I took a suggestion from one of my subscribers. Thank you, Basil. Using a little bit of white tack or blue tack to hold the parts in place before putting the glue in. And it works really, really well. The only problem that I saw using accelerator makes this stuff really, really gummy. So you can't really use it over and over again. You can mix it back into your supply, and then it'll be all right to use again later. But we're going to have to put, let's see if I can This is even kind of sticky. I got this upside down. Make sure I'm looking at it the right ones, because I don't want to do it wrong. The lower of the two is the shorter one. Yeah, this is the right one. Okay. We'll go here. I know you guys can't see. This is difficult. I'll get it right where I want it by the lines. Then I'll put some black super glue on it and then the accelerator. Okay, that's where it goes. I don't know if you can even see. The problem I have is I can't see up close with these on, but I can't see the screen clearly with them off, so I can't tell if things are in focus or not. I don't know why that's not focusing. I've got the autofocus on. Let's turn that off. Maybe it'll help. Boy, the shiny surface doesn't help either. There it is right there, okay? So I'm going to get a little bit of CA on that, and then we'll touch it with the accelerator. Looks to be just about exactly where I want it. I usually shake the glue a little bit because the pigments tend to separate, I think. I'm going to have to get some more of this. I like it. It's the MIG slow dry. It's not a slow, not terribly slow, but it does give you a second or two. And the black really shows. You know exactly where you're putting that glue. And I generally, of course, tend to make a bit of a mess with it. At least it looks like a mess. Okay. Then we'll touch it with some accelerator. Okay. I just usually just take a little bit from the dropper there. That should be cured. Then I'll take a Q-tip and just kind of wipe some of the accelerator off. And then I'll get this out of here. See, it's kind of gummy now. I'll have to do some cleaning with alcohol and things before I do any painting. So that's really kind of gummy. And where was I putting that? Okay, over here. If I can get it off my fingers. It's really, really soft. That accelerator really softens it up. Make sure I got all the white tack I can get off of there. Okay. So that bracket should be good. Then what I've got to do is I've got to put two brackets, the PE7s, in these notches here. I'll get just a tiny bit of white tack again. And I've taken the axles and stuff off because I didn't want to damage them doing this. That might be actually a bigger piece than I need. See what I can do here. That is bigger. Okay. Just trying to get it to where I can hold the piece in place for a second. And these are, let me show you, these are not symmetrical. One side's got a longer side than the other. The short side goes to the top, so it goes across the top of the frame. I know you can't see right now. But that's right there about where it goes. And it's in the little, I think it's in the little grooves. Looks good. Let's put a little glue on there. Little CA. Okay. Just a little. Doesn't take a drop. It looks like a bunch because that black really stands out. Try and make sure it's fairly straight. Okay. I know it looks like a mess, but once once it's painted, I don't think anybody will ever notice the black. Okay. That's got another one. Okay, let's take this. That one I didn't get too much. Yeah, it's gummy. Let's get another piece. We can always mix it back in and use it later. There's still a lot of the accelerator on there. It'll make anything I put on there all gummy. Okay. Just trying to get a shape that I'm happy with. Okay. Even there we go. I think. Let's see if it'll sit there or not. Get it on the right direction. Oops. Come on. I know you can't see him. Sorry. Okay, but that's kind of leaned in. That looks pretty good. And I bumped it. Sorry, dead air. Just trying to get everything correct. It's kind of fiddly. Trying to get it right in that groove. and straight up and down. It's just not wanting to stay where I put it. Well, I'm going to have to do something a little bit different here. I knew this was going to be a challenge to do it on the camera. Okay. I got a little weight tack in the way. There. Now, stay there. Okay. If it'll stay put, and if the glue's still liquid, we're good. Okay. It's not perfect, but it almost is. Okay. Get that out of there. It gets really gummy when the activator gets to it. Okay. Just a little bit of white tack down there. Okay, that's really gummy. Grab something here. Okay, get it off my fingers. There's the second bracket. If you can see, or actually, well, 1, 2, 3 brackets. They're not perfect, but they're pretty darn close. Okay, what I want to do now, I got this one bracket still to add. Okay. These two are a little bit different. My table is so crooked everything rolls. That'll go in there. You can even see it. This has got a little, like a T on the end of it. So I'll put that in that hole there. And then I'll put this through. And I need to put some glue on this, some CA first. So I'll put a little down here, a little up here. Okay, let's see if we can do this quick before it all sets up. That'll go through, that'll go through, and there. Give it a second. That's what it looks like. Okay, and then I have this one other bracket to add on top of here. Okay. Let's see what we can do with that. I'm hoping it'll just sit there. Oops. Pretty close. We'll need to do some fine adjusting, but let's get a little CA in the joint. Then we'll adjust it up just a little bit. Okay. Okay. Let me show you here. It's not perfect. They're not quite perfectly aligned, but I think they'll do. Okay. So that finishes that step. I'm going to call it good for that for today. I'll put some pictures up. Okay, so you can see. But that's kind of the way it looks. Alrighty, guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow. You guys all have a great day, okay? Bye-bye.